The reason that there's such a void of male role models for young men is because we literally...
That's a pretty good video. Go watch it if you want. He's basically just talking about guys' mental health and why we have no masculine role models and why everybody isn't masculine nowadays. But the biggest thing that people just kind of skip over are the declining testosterone rates. And it's really bad. Like, it's not one of those things where it's like 2,000 years ago. It's like, no, like 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, people had double the testosterone. That's crazy. This is the exact reason why if you look in your dad's yearbook, you'll see 16-year-olds who look like 25-year-old men. But when you look at our yearbooks nowadays, you see 18-year-old guys looking like 12-year-olds. Prioritize testosterone, and it's not impossible. There's just a few things that you need to do to really optimize your testosterone. The first thing you need to do is get enough sleep. You need 8 hours a night. It's non-negotiable. That is like the biggest thing. The second thing is going to be drinking enough water, exercising, and having a good diet, eating a lot of protein. Things like that, we kind of all know about that. And then finally, take supplements like vitamin D, boron, and fish oil. These are very important.
Surprise! The number of young single men in America is at a record high. This is why.
I think it's become a pretty well-known fact in this country, at least amongst men, that if you get married and it doesn't work out, you will lose your home, your money, your future income, most of it, and you will become a bankrupt weekend visitor to your own children. And it will absolutely destroy your life. And I know women don't like us talking about that on here, and there'll be some neurotic women with pretty much no valid point arguing in the comments, and I don't really care. I mean, if you want to be ignorant, that's great. But men are afraid to get married, legitimately. A lot of them saw what a really dysfunctional marriage looked like, and a lot of girls too. And what advantages are there even to getting married anymore? To worry about things like that? If a man is miserable, he has to walk on eggshells, because if she leaves, or if he leaves her, he'll lose everything. Everything. He will be homeless, bankrupt, and never see his kids. And I'm not talking about the guys that don't want to see their kids. Don't get it twisted. But I think that this app makes you think that there's a lot more deadbeat dads than there really is. I think that that's actually kind of a myth. It's not as common. It's just the thing that you hear people complain about. Many dads don't get custody, and it's not because they're abusive. I know that a lot of feminists like to make that argument, but that's bullshit. There's a lot of dads that don't get any more than weekend visitation with their own children every other weekend, that aren't abusive. They didn't do anything wrong. The divorce wasn't their fault, and it destroys their kids, and it creates the cycle all over again of fatherless homes and the statistics and the things that that does to children. So I think we need to have a more honest conversation about what's going on, because these men and these women that are growing up, I mean, they don't see good examples. What benefit is it to get married? Women see that all men are toxic, and men all see that women will rob them eventually if they don't want to be married anymore. So if we're going to keep letting the family court system do this to people, I mean, that's the problem right there. The American family is pretty much, nuclear families aren't anything anymore. They don't mean anything to anybody. Being in love doesn't either. It's just scary, and it's the way that it is. We have a court system that bastardizes children for profit, making the mother feel like she won something because she's getting most of his income and taking the house and the kids and everything. But really, it's her children that are losing for the mental health issues and the other risks that they're going to have for the rest of their lives. So let's start being honest about this. I know I'm not allowed to, but I'm going to anyway.
Marriage is a joke. So if we're gonna say marriage is a joke based upon 90 Day Fiance, like, nah, man, you need to stop watching.
No,
TV.
it's based off of the numbers. It's based off of 1 in 4 marriages are sexless. 1 in 4. The average length of a first marriage is 7 years, and it gets smaller and smaller based on how many marriages there are. It's based on the fact that the men are paid, and women are paid to leave and take half and take your children. That's why it's a joke. It's not based off of a TV show.
Yeah. So.
This one has a little sweetness to it.
What makes me say that?
Yeah,
well,
what makes you say that?
Okay, 2 things. Filters and makeup.
Makeup's lying.
Makeup is the most accepted lie in society. I'm not.
Like, so do you think like also like dyeing your hair an unnatural color is lying?
I suppose it is. Yes.
Okay.
I
So
don't-
reshaping your body and like working out and giving yourself tone muscles, that's also changing your appearance.
That's not a lie though. That's you're actually making
You're
a change.
accentuating your body.
You're conflating exercising and getting fit to makeup, something that can be put on and removed.
Couldn't you compare your beard to makeup since it hides your jawline?
That's so true.
Yeah, that is true.
No.
No, not really.
How come?
It's definitely different. How come?
How
When
is
you
it
see him
different?
in public, he's gonna have it. Like, and if he does take it off, it's gonna grow back. It's a part of him. Whereas, like, we choose when we want to put on and take off makeup. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, but like you can choose in when you want to take off a beard.
It's
or
changing
not.
your
Yeah.
appearance.
It's totally different though.
But yeah, because you contour your face to look a certain way, whereas you can't tell your beard to grow a certain way.
Well, you can shape it a certain way.
Yeah.
Like you can shave it. Like I know many guys like do certain haircuts or like beard shaping just to like get a certain defined jawline, like to make their appearance look different.
So you're comparing a
Anybody remember this couple? So Tia Mowry tweeted she knows that love will find her again. Doubtful. And if it does, it'll be a man that earns less than the man that she had. And if you wonder how much less is, well, Corey Hardick, her ex-husband, had $3 million in net worth. Tia saying that she's going to find love again is her trying to convince herself that she's going to find a man at the same level or above the level of her ex-husband. But her ex-husband is in the top 1% of men. Understand, when I say a top 1%, I only mean in terms of monetary value. I don't know what that boy integrity and honor like because I ain't seen it. And as we see, just months after her divorce, if it's even finalized, she's already trying to appeal to the male's most basic and primal instinct. And this is why you're going to see a lot less of this, and a lot less of this, and a whole lot more of this. So let's ask ourselves, what type of high-earning man or man at all wants that last image as a wife? There isn't one. Less than a year after her divorce, she's already trying to appeal to the sisterhood because she needs some type of feel-good empowerment to replace what love she had in her actual marriage. But the sisters can't do it. Oh, sure, they'll talk all of that. You go, girl. You look great in that. And that's simply because they would like Tia to remain single because they felt jealous at the fact that they couldn't get a high-value man just like the husband she had. They'll never tell her to dress modestly so she can acquire another husband. And at the end of the day, Tia is heterosexual. She don't want no taco. The fallout. Tia is doomed to find a man that of which she will likely have to be the breadwinner for. All or most of the money that she has acquired, if she wants a relationship with a man, she'll have to yield to him under his authority. Or she'll find a man that is simp and soft enough that she can have him and still wield the power of economic stability. But that'll only last so long because she'll end up losing respect for him and he'll end up growing some nuts. Because it's only so many times I don't give a fuck who we house in that you're going to disrespect me by holding money over my head. And why is that, you may ask? Because at the end of the day, Tia can't whoop no man. And as a rule, neither can any of you other females. But she's just at the beginning stages of self-destruction. We haven't seen the videos of her crying and breaking down about what she once had and her hope for the future. Well, shit, that didn't age well. What else is going to happen? Well, more than likely, she's also going to start telling stories about what she's training her children up to be. I would predict she's probably going to tell her daughter something of the variation of never depend on a man and make sure that you have your own such that a man can't control you. That'll be in her angry phase. She hasn't met that yet. Not sure if she has a son because I'm not invested in other men's wives or exes, but if she does, she'll probably teach him some variation of treat women like queens. Never forewarning her son of the ugly side of women that of which she is, that is selfishness and entitlement. Another broken black family for the world to see, initiated by a black woman. But there is hope. Not for her, but for him. See, he's shown women that not only is he not a cheater, but he can also stand the test of time in a sustainable, long-lasting relationship with a woman, have children, and be a good father. Catnip for any female. And his value increases as he gets older, as male value does. His money will more than likely continue to grow if he handles it well, and he's going to enter his silver fox season. Oh, y'all don't know what that is? Quit playing with us. Bars.
Bro, it's so funny to watch how pissed off some of these girls are in this generation. Like, I'm telling y'all, these girls are pissed off, y'all. These girls are really pissed off because guys are not bending over backwards for them no more. Guys won't accept the stupid test. Guys won't accept the games. Any nonsense, dudes just cut you off. Girls getting pissed because girls are really starting to be like, wow, guys don't fight for us anymore. It's like, no, you play too many games. Like, this is where I keep telling you about where the gender war is coming from, because what's happening is guys don't want to engage in competition anymore. And that's what we used to do back in the day. We used to compete with each other for women. Now dudes don't want to do that no more. Dudes do not want to compete for shorties no more. The minute that they feel it's like, nah, you tripping, they just dip. Why? You think I'm gonna deal with your bullshit? You can go talk to Tommy. This is the shit I'm talking about, girls. You're making men break their necks, and then they just don't care. Now you're running out of options.
She's actually intimidated by you. See, I thought, foolishly, once I level up, get in better shape, just start dressing better, every girl's gonna be bending over backwards for me. Wrong. Some girls see my value and say, you know what, I'm good. I know this kind of guy is gonna be with a lot of chicks. This kind of guy is gonna expect me to do this, and they're not having it. They're intimidated by the fact that they know what comes with a higher value guy. They're intimidated, bro. It's too much work. They don't wanna deal with that much work. You are a lot of work, and rightfully so, you deserve to be a lot of work. If those girls are not willing to put in the work, find a girl who is.
You better fix my entire life, you little shit.
So quick backstory on this chick. She got preggo at 15 with baby daddy number 1, then got preggo with baby daddy 2 at 20. Then she spent her 20s capitalizing on her sexual market value, spending her time in Vegas, and low key, I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of a baddie. And as soon as she hit 28, she cashed in on the lawyer beta male and got preggo with baby daddy number 3 at 29. Just before she hit the infamous wall, which is the point when she realizes that she is starting to become less sexually desirable by men. But the moral of the story is, don't be this guy, getting with a girl with multiple baby daddies, because you'll end up like this, posing in pictures and faking a smile with kids that aren't yours. And even worse, having to see baby daddy number 2 all the time while they co-parent. The true winner is that guy. He shows up to his daughter's birthday with his new wife, knowing that he had sex with 2 girls at the same table, while this guy is taking a huge L. Don't get me wrong, she is a baddie, but I would only casually date her. This was most likely the first time that beta male ever had a girl who was that hot. So he thought that this was the best that he can get, and whatever baggage that came with her, he would just accept that. Yet, if he understood females and practiced game, he would have been able to get more girls that were just as hot as her, and he could have prevented all of this.
Send that girl $1,500 to her Cash App right now. Why? No more 50-50. We ain't playing that roommate shit. Gotta start treating these women like the goddesses that they are. We should be honored. You serious? That they are in our lives. You taking on a date, you need to buy an outfit before you take her on that date. Are you dumb? Do you know how honored we should be just to be in their presence? Bruh. We should not only pay for their living, assume all financial responsibilities that they have. We should feed them, praise her daily, and always remember, she is the prize. Oh no. Y'all argue? It's your fault. She cheated. It's your fault. You are here to serve her. So stay focused. Cut. Yo, we about to do numbers. Them hoes gonna love this. You know, all you gotta do is tell them hoes whatever they want to hear about it.
Bro, we're still recording.
So you're saying this woman can't remarry a Michael B. Jordan? And do you have a copy of their divorce decree? How do you know he didn't cheat? I'll address all these statements in order. Firstly, you said, so you're saying this woman can't remarry a Michael B. Jordan. That's exactly what I'm saying. Michael B. Jordan is $25 million in net worth. She has 4. That aside, she's aged out of her sexual market prime, and she has children. There's absolutely no way, hear me when I say this, there is no way she gets a Michael B. Jordan for the rest of her life. And the reason you ask this question is because you think women determine their own sexual marketplace value. They don't. Men do. Just look at who Michael B. Jordan dates. The last black woman he was with was Lori Harvey. In her sexual market prime, no children, exceedingly more attractive than Tia Mowry. Not only that, but she wouldn't respect any man that makes anything less than what her previous husband made. Women don't fall in love with men for who they are. They fall in love with men for what they have. They're the most superficial people on the planet. And with the growing trend of men walking away from the institution of marriage itself, she has a better chance of garnering a man that works at Saks. And what the hell do I need a copy of their divorce decree for? We know that they're in the process of getting a divorce or have already completed one because women can't keep their mouth closed about what goes on in their house. The first thing that happened when they got a divorce is she took to social media. She took to female-led, gynocentric-centered talk shows, that of which she could claim herself as the victim in a divorce. How we know he didn't cheat? We know it because she would have told us. Because women are obsessed with screaming to the top of their lungs that all men do is cheat. Infidelity doesn't go by unannounced when it comes to women. And we know this because you would be so inclined to believe it even though there's no proof. How come you didn't lead with how do we know he doesn't have a gambling problem? Or erectile dysfunction? Nope, you went straight to cheating. And the reason women go straight to cheating is because they always need a reason to say I left the marriage, and they have to blame it on men. How do you know she wanted a trash wife? How do you know she didn't submit? And if he did cheat, how do you know he didn't have good reason? How do you know she didn't deny him sex in the bedroom? How do you know she didn't disrespect him in public? She seems awfully comfortable with doing it now. Marriages and divorces are things that should be private. But women wreck their homes every day and then announce it to the world as though it's some type of accolade. And Tia Mowry is no different. Michael B. Jordan.
Do women feel bad after they treat you like shit? Honestly, no, they don't. In reality, they laugh with their friends about the things that they do to you, and they gossip to their friends about how they're doing you wrong and how they're talking to other men. They don't feel bad until they actually lose you. They keep you on the side, and when they lose you, they feel bad. But once again, women are not good at apologizing or realizing that they're wrong. Unless you call them out, then they'll think about it like, dang, maybe I did mess up. But in that moment, women do not feel bad. They think it's funny, and they really feel like it's funny to treat men like shit. Especially good men, and especially men that are soft and that will actually let you walk over them. They don't feel bad. In reality, they just believe that you shouldn't be like this and you shouldn't let a woman walk over you. That's their logic. Men, you need to wake up. Women are evil. There are a lot of evil women out here. They don't care about what they do, and they don't care about how they make a man feel. Especially women that have been done wrong. They are miserable inside, and they go around hurting other men.
They're extremely clean and creative beings. They like to decorate.
I'm single, yes. Do I want to date? Sure. If I meet the right person, right? But if
Let's be clear about what the right person is. This would be someone that's the opposite of the man that they let impregnate them. They want him to be a millionaire. He needs to be 6'5", 6'8". He needs to take on all of the responsibilities that Pookie, Ray Ray, and Day Day neglected. He needs to be everything and a whole lot more. Treat them like a queen. He cannot expect that they're going to cook, clean, or be humble, submissive, cooperative, and work with him. They're still going to be able to go out with their friends to the club. They're still going to be able to entertain other men on the side. They're still going to have just friends in the friend zone.
250.
So body count matters to you when it comes to a woman?
Yes.
So, but it's okay for you to have a high body count.
Yeah, kind of like it doesn't. You don't
then
care.
Your opinion is bullshit.
No. Because it's the same thing
double
for you.
Standards.
Same
I'm not gonna listen to double standards.
Because you wouldn't date a guy shorter than you.
Yeah, but body count. Come on. Anybody
Okay,
can lie about that.
same thing.
Guy can't lie about his height.
You're completely missing the point.
So would you be offended if a woman didn't want to be with you? Your ideal woman didn't want to be with you because of your body count?
No, I mean, if she
your ideal 10 out of 10 Victoria's Secret model.
So, okay, so let's say my ideal woman, 10 out of 10, does reject me because I have a high body count. What can I do?
Nothing. You're done.
So then you just ask me a question just to like.
But like, would you be like offended by that?
If my ideal woman walked away from me, yes, I would be offended.
So that means that body count does matter.
I just don't understand why it matters. Why you can have a high body count, but God forbid the woman that you're seeing has a high body count.
What are your thoughts on the following expression? You don't ask a fish how to catch a fish, you ask a fisherman.
Stupid.
That's the best analogy I've heard.
I'm probably gonna piss a lot of the guys off with this one, but I don't care. It's the truth.
If you find yourself watching, let's call them adult films, and you really enjoy doing that, and you frequently get off to it, you are a cuck. Just think about what you're doing for a second. Laying in the darkness of your room with in your hand, watching two other people, one of them not being you, doing something that you wish you were doing but don't have the drive or confidence to put yourself in that position. It's not a good look.
When a guy is private on social media, he doesn't post, he don't do, he don't post. So what does that mean?
It means I'm tired of you hoes. Leave me alone.
Men don't need attention and validation like women do. That's why a lot of guys just don't post anything to social media. They just don't care.
When a guy's dating a girl and then publicly she makes a comment to embarrass him, it's a very personal, embarrassing comment, and then a month later he breaks up with her. It's like she just doesn't understand the dynamics that you never publicly embarrass your man, especially if he's a high-octane, high-value man. You just don't publicly embarrass them. When you do that, do it privately. Do not do it publicly. That will not go well.
I need you guys to wake up, and I need you guys to wake up quick. Tierra made a song promoting the independent, don't need a man lifestyle, and the girlies are cooking her for it. Well, here goes my 2 cents, Tierra. How are you in a happy, healthy relationship after being a baby mama? And now, as a single mother, you were picked up by Russell Wilson, and you now have a dream life. And so why can't you promote that? Why can't you promote single mothers can get remarried? Single mothers can have a happy lifestyle. No, instead, you're promoting the working woman. The I don't need a man toxic culture. And you're creating a division between men and women. There's good men out here that want to provide, ladies, but if you keep listening to these uber wealthy women who want to keep you single, oh yeah, you didn't know that marriage benefits are for the wealthy? You didn't know that the wealthy want to stay wealthy and they want the 90% of you guys to stay broke? Oh yeah. Because here's the thing, if it was women empowerment, why are we even talking about men? There's nothing wrong with if a woman wants to work and get her own money. But why do we have to promote the don't need no man? Why do we have to promote that? Why can't we just say, listen, ladies, if you want to work hard, go get it, girl. Nah, this is for the women that don't need a man, sis, really? I really want to like celebrities, you guys, but the more and more that they keep doing shit like this, it shows me that in plain view, they don't care about the fans. They want you to stay at the bottom. Keep believing these people. Keep doing it. Keep believing these celebrities. See how far you'll go.
Yeah, go ahead, mommy.
I just want to share something. I learned this, what you're saying, I had to learn this in my 30s. When I was 20 and I was with my kid's father, we have kids together and this and that. I used to choose my friends over him. It wasn't even going out of the country for him to be like, she don't value me. Mm-hmm. He got his all for his wisdom tooth pulled, right? That night he needed me. But my friend said, let's go to TGI Friday. We drinking. I'm finna go TGI Friday. Like, I did not know how important it was for me to be there with him instead of going out with my friends. So that's why I'm saying, like, and in the end, when I left that relationship, left my family and valued those friends more, they was not there.
They don't be.
When shit came, when shit hit the fan, absolutely, they wasn't there for me.
Was he ever like that too?
I got a question for the fellas. How come y'all are not shooting your shot in person?
Okay, number one, I get that she was talking to me when she asked this question, but I'm going to answer it. A lot of you women are just rude. A lot of you are just rude and disgusting. And if a guy approaches you and you don't like him, like, you'll make a scene about it. Like, ugh, why are you talking to me? Yuck. Like, you get all loud and obnoxious versus if it's a guy that you're attracted to, like, you kind of lean into it more. You don't have to be so nasty. Do you know how much confidence it takes for a man to approach a woman? I've had men tell me personally that they waited to approach me until I was by myself or as I was leaving the club because they didn't know if I was going to freak out on them in front of my friends. Like, you don't have to be so nasty. Just do a nice, simple, sweet decline. Like, oh no, I'm taking it, whether you are or not, and keep it pushing. Don't be rude.
Oriented or not, because the truth is the person's going to stay with you based on your actions.
Yeah, Diana, but here, this is the part where accountability comes in place because females hold the key to sex and men hold the key to commitment and marriage. You're not going to get those things that you want in a man if you don't operate in a sense of what that man wants in you.
Do.
Diana.
How would you know?
Your own reality tells you that because they're not giving you that commitment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Diana may be leaving. Are you leaving, Diana?
Diana, come on.
I was literally almost crying about this stupid piece of garbage, and now you're basically telling me that
Let's talk about it. It's all about taking accountability. Let's talk about it.